You read the title, I don't need to explain anything. Except I lied, we're only talking about the ones that I deem worthy of talking about. Your favorite villain group isn't here, they just aren't good or relevant enough to even compete. Like, subscribe, and share. Let's get straight to it. First, we're gonna start with my favorite anime slash manga of all time. One Piece. One Mid. Ass Piece. What the fuck are we doing? The anime. You get the picture. I love One Piece. And if we're talking about villain groups, it wouldn't make sense not to have the almighty warlord or the almighty fraud lords. Quick question, what did they even do across the show? These niggas are easily the most forgettable group on my list. I mean, they have Mihawk, who is the only person I like in that group. The fact that they even made it to the list was due to his influence alone. Fuck the rest of them. I don't think I made it to get to know Jinbei or Dofi Boy over here, so I won't speak too much on them. But fuck Gecko Moria, ugly motherfucker. Thriller Bark fucking sucks, especially coming after a strong arc like Enies Lobby. Fuck Bartholomew, cause his name is fucking Bartholomew. He's kind of scary though, so he's the second best warlord to Mihawk in my opinion. Fuck Boa Hancock bitch ass. What has she done other than be Luffy's standby cock rider? Why wouldn't she ride my cock? But seriously though, she was not all that interested. Just like all the women in One Piece, except Nico Robin to some extent. She's little more than massive tits on the screen. Side note, is Luffy gay? I had someone of Boa's stature coming after me. I'm not fucking thinking about the One Piece. I'm fucking thinking about fucking. All in all, I'll give the warlords a solid not all that tier. And that's only because of Mihawk. Alright, that was too much time wasted on that disgusting disgrace of a group. Another villain group I want to talk about from One Piece are the Marines. I guess you really can't say the Marines are villains, but because they oppose the main characters directly, they're antagonists. I think the Marines were fine. Marine 4 didn't really hit me how it was supposed to because niggas wouldn't shut the fuck up about Ace's death. That nigga was gonna die before I even started chapter 1. Whitebeard was a dog though. Give me OK from Kingdom vibes. The admirals are my favorites in the Marines, and y'all already know who my favorite admiral is. Overall, they're fun antagonists, I guess. They didn't really do much though. I'll bring them up a tier just for Aokiji alone. I'll put them in enjoyable tier. The CP9s. They're literally the best villain group in One Piece. They're responsible for the only arc that I actually enjoyed in the whole fucking manga. The reason I even made it to Punk Hazard is because I had hoped that maybe there'll be another arc that's as good as Water 7's and Enies Lobby. That arc was fucking fire. The plot twist was crazy, and I swear to God when I say that, I did not see that shit coming. The introduction of Frankie, his backstory is one of the 3 good ones among the Straw Hats, only beaten by Robin's and Chopper's backstories. Even a hater like me was like, damn, that shit threw fucking snoozers like Skypiea and had to watch these niggas box freaking Slim Shady. And this shitty show is finally gonna get good. Will my time investment finally pay off? Oh my god, I'm so excited for the future. Then we got hit with Thriller Bark, and I'm back on my hating One Piece mentality. I'd hate One Piece 100% if not for the CP9. Now, I only hate like 85% of it. Fire tier. Moving on, we got the 10 Commandments, and I only got one thing to say about these guys. Fuck them, except Derriere. Derriere can suck my soul any day. Literally, what were they hyped up for? They had to find some bullshit reason to take Escanor off screen so Meliodas could have a cool pull-up. Because if Escanor had went and taken all of them after walking Seldris and whoever the ugly motherfucker brother is, that arc would have ended in like 3 episodes. But no, we're 7 deadly sins. Everything is done to make Meliodas look cool. It's not the 10 Commandments fault that they're trash. It's the author. Fuck the author. Because how he handled Merlin's and Escanor's relationship should be considered a war crime. Fuck you, Suzuki. I hope your wife gets her OnlyFans. 10 Commandments, get shit on tier. Espada. I didn't watch Bleach and honestly never plan to. But due to respect and also the fact that I know they can be worse than the 10 Commandments, I'll put them in not all that tier. Not saying they're trash, I just don't know them. Plus, I know they're not better than any of these next groups coming up. Next is the Upper Moons from Demon Slayer. I know this might sound like disrespect to Bleach, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. Just because something is in the big three doesn't make that shit inherently better than the newer anime. If you're gonna be mad at me for putting Espada below the Upper Moons, please have a reason other than the fact that it's just Bleach. The Upper Moons are one of the scariest but most exciting groups of villains I've ever seen in an anime. After seeing Mugen Train, I literally did not know how the fuck Tanjiro was gonna beat Akaza and could not wait to see the niggas above him. I had to pick up the manga for the first time after the movie because I couldn't wait for season 2, and trust me, I was not disappointed. Just wait till that final season drops. Overall, I'll put the Upper Moons in fire tier. Homunculi from FMAB. I enjoyed them a lot, and I was just gonna put them in the enjoyable tier, but then I remembered the heinous shit they did and how much they put our protagonists through across the entire show. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Put them in fire tier. It doesn't feel right to put them in the same categories as the Upper Moons or CP9 because the Homunculi are definitely better than those two in every sense of the word. But it also doesn't feel right to put them on the same level as this next group, the Akatsuki. Now I'm gonna come all the way clean. I didn't watch Naruto. I watched it, but I dropped it, and I'm not gonna explain why, but it's not because I didn't like it. But even though I haven't seen the whole thing, I have a pretty good idea of what happens throughout the show. Even in Shippuden, these niggas killed freaking Jiraiya, bro. Their philosophy and the reason as to why they're fighting is pretty sound logic, I ain't gonna lie. I would want to follow them if I was a psychopath, and it doesn't take much to make me one. All I need is the right backstory. Overall, the Akatsuki, I'll put in the GOAT tier. Last but not the least, the only group I put above the Akatsuki, in my opinion, the greatest group of all time, the Phantom Troupe. No, not that nigga, these niggas. They are the most interesting groups of villains I've ever seen in an anime. People do not understand the symbolism behind these groups. They just see cool designs and fights, but the Phantom Troupes is actually supposed to represent. I'll give the Phantom Troupe a well-deserved GOAT tier. They're also responsible for my favorite and honestly one of the greatest scenes in all of anime.
Forever set, a precious moon is lost. The others mourn him with ceremony grand. Rising up to heaven, the mighty moon of frost, with a melody from the morning band. Well, Uvo, can you hear it? We dedicate this requiem to you.